Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Today we are taking a look at the Bruno drum synth. You may remember that last week I did Marco's synth. Well, this is by the same developer, Amici Instruments, except this is a drum synth. So I can play across the keyboard and it's all the same pitch. However, we do have this pluck engine as well. And inside of the presets here, we will see plucks. If we go to plucks, we can play these chromatically. You can also set any of the other engines to play chromatic as well. But the point of this video is I'm going to get back to this analog. Where are we? I'm going to go with this acoustic kick, which is super tight. If you can hear that, right? Okay, so let's just close it a sec. I am using it inside of Koala because now we can use our AUV3s in Koala, and Koala is brilliant at resampling stuff. So all we need to do to set Koala up to resample anything is, if we go to close this here, and we make sure we look at our mic situation here, we click on this and set this to resample. By default, it will be on mic like this, okay? But we want to click on this, click it to resample main. And now what we need to do, well, all we need to do is hold any of these pads with our hand. So I'll trigger Bruno with my MIDI keyboard. I've set it to trigger with keyboard here. I'll hold any of these pads and I'll just hit it, let go, and you'll see we have our kickers now on our pad. This means that we can go into edit mode now and we can say, let's have this as a one shot, and you'll notice that it's now pitchable as well. We need to do a couple of things here. We need to get rid of all this wasted space, because don't forget, now we're saving this as a WAV file, so we don't want this to be taking up too much space, and we need to trim off the end, which is a lot of silence. I'll explain this now quickly, what we can do for each sample. So I'll just go into tools here, and I will first of all normalize it so it's as loud as it can be. Then I will just crop it, so we've just got the one, you know, it'll take off all that useless stuff at the end where I was just talking, which is one of the clever things that Koala does, just one of the many. And then we shall go into tools again, and I shall just go trim silence, and it will calculate all the useless stuff at the end that we don't need. And now we've got our perfect sample. And I am also going to go into tools here and label this as Bruno kick, and I'll label it Bruno kick 1 and go okay. Now the brilliant thing is here, we can also give it a color if we wanted to, just for fun. We'll give it a color, we'll give it this purple color. The brilliant thing is here, using it in Koala, we can build up a load of samples, and then we can use those samples again and again, anytime we like, in any Koala project, or we can export those samples. But Bruno is brilliant for this because it is a drum synth, and we've got all sorts of controls. So we've got volume envelopes here. So let's take just our basic kick. Let's make it a little bit louder, and let's play around with it, shall we? Oh, now we're kind of getting into the realms of a 303 or an 808, if you like. But look, we've got different engines. We have 4 layers we can use. We can turn on our FM. We can randomize, do magic wand. Let's turn on the fold engine. Let's have it asymmetrical. add a bit of bite to the kick. So now we've created a brand new kick. All we need to do is exactly the same before, is just hold the pad. So I will hold the pad with the mouse here, and I will trigger Bruno with the thing. Now the key things to remember is hold the pad and then hit and hold the key, or hit and hold the synth, and then let go, and you've got the whole thing then. And then all this trimming can be done. It's very easy. So we've got two now. We've got this kick as well. I'm going to go in and do exactly the same thing. First of all, I'm going to make sure it's just a one shot because it's a kick drum. Go in here and we shall just crop and trim silence and normalize. And I will name this Bruno kick. And I'll remake kick 2. Okay, so now we've got two kicks that we can use. So let's explore other aspects of Bruno that we can experiment with. So we've got our volume envelope, our pitch envelopes here. So let's turn our gain down a little bit. Let's switch our fold engine off. Let's go to our engines. This is our volume envelope now. Oh, that's quite cool. Let's turn our resonator engine on. Go to volume. Just hit the magic wand. We've got a pitch envelope as well. Cool. Let's go with our filter. In a sec. Why is that not? I think 24 is better. What else we got here? We've got cut off LFO, pitch LFO. Just got to, thing is to mess around. Then we've created a completely unique, another completely unique kick. But the good thing is here now, that if we do the same thing, let's give this one a color as well. I'll do it in a sec. Let's just hold this with this. Same thing, make sure we capture the entire wave, which we have there. I shall just label this as Bruno kick 3. And let's do this, kick 3. Okay, and I shall normalize it anyway. I think I forgot to normalize that one, but it doesn't matter. Crop it and trim silence. Make sure we're on one shot, so it just 3 unique kicks for different types of music if you want to. So let's move on to something. Let's try next. We'll go with snares. So I should point out also, and I will point out that the same as our Marco synthesizers, the brilliant actual randomization features you have. If we click on if we hit this, we'll randomize everything. So it could be anything. Look, we're jumping between engines. Okay, let's just jump back to our kick. This is one of the presets. If we go into this one here, we can choose, well, do we want this to be a mild randomization, a wild one? Do we want to use a recipe? Do we want it to be a chromatic, random, non-chromatic, or chromatic? So if we switch chromatic on and we generate, we've generated a chromatic patch, which means we can play it. See, we've got a little C on it now. Don't know if you can see that, but on the patch here, you've got a C. But we're doing it all. So let's just quickly go back, ignore this. Let's go back to a kick. And this time, let us open it up here. And this is what's brilliant about this. We're going to go with kick. So we'll stay with chromatic just for fun. So we've got a kind of a playable kick, right? So let's have it mild. Let's try mild. And this is the tweak amount here. So this is just going to generate one. So it sounds really cool there. You can play it sort of thing. But then we could say, well, do I want to generate some other stuff? Well, I don't maybe want to do the compression, the drive, but I can tweak it. And it's just tweaking what's going on here. And we've got a tweak amount here, so we could go less. Tiny amount or quite a lot. And you'll notice that a lot of these are quite usable. Okay, so that's quite cool. So if you wanted to, you could save that as well. And then you've got another unique kick. So you're building up sample collection here that you can use in anything you like. It's very, 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 very cool. Let us move on to snare. Let us look at our snares for the start off. So we've got let's try this layered acoustic for the starting point. Make it a little bit louder. This is non-chromatic, of course, but when we save it, it will be. Now, let's go and have a play around with something else. Let's go to the master. In the master section here, we have a saturated, which is off. Let's hit it on. Nice compressor. Okay, what's this? I'm guessing it's transpose reverb. That'll do. Got a limiter as well, which is good. Oh, and stereo. Oh. Now, if you've got headphones on, you're going to hear this. And again, you have independent randomization for all of this. And you can go into this engine now and just go, well, just like maybe tweak it all a little bit. So now sweet. Ah, look. Brilliant. I've created some. Oh, I like that. I'm going to save that. I'll explain what happened there. I'm going to save this kick though, because it's really, really cool. So remember, just to hold on this. Always make sure you're in the right mode. For example, you're on resample from main. Otherwise, you'll be driving yourself nuts because it won't work. So resample from main. So let's go back to our edit here. And because we want to be opening our editor, of course. Oh, you can go full screen inside Koala as well and just open it up like this. And then you can just do this. If you do this, and this beautifully resizes, Bruno Synth resizes however you wish, which is really, really, really good. We can have it quite small. Oops, sorry, just let me get myself back to full screen. You can have it quite small, like this, for example, just so it's kind of not in your way, but you can see it, right? And then when you want to make adjustments to it, like, so let's first of all just record this kick. So again, I'll just hold on here, and then I've got this really, really cool kick now. And it's chromatic, don't forget. And I am going to 100% save this. And then when you want to make adjustments, of course, you can just go full screen, do everything you need to do, play with the engines, stuff like that. And then we can go with this again, and you're just back to where it was, which is very cool. I like that. That's nice. In fact, you can make it, you can actually go quite small with this, like this, so you can kind of just get it out the way wherever you are. So now I'm going to save this one because I think that's really, really good. So I'm going to first of all just label it kick 3. Or is it kick 4? I think it's kick 4, isn't it? Yeah. Kick 4. Kick. Bruno kick 4, because I want to stay in control. Probably just call it BR, but Bruno kick 4. Okay, thanks. That's done. And again, we shall just crop this and then trim the silence. And then also I am going to set the color to match my other kicks as well here. Tools, color, this purple one, and select that one, color, and select this one. So this is a really, really good kick. Don't forget to set it to 1 shot. It'll be much better for you. So we've got 4 really unique kicks now that are saved as samples. You're not using CPU. You just play them around with, and of course you can do this with any synth or sound. You can make a load of sounds, and then you're really saving on CPU inside of Koala or wherever you want to use these samples. Koala just makes everything really simple. Right, so we've got this. Let's full screen this again properly. And let's go with another snare. So what happened was that when I went onto the randomizer, you'll see that it was on kick. I should have been on snare. So for example, I'll go and find a snare again. So, oops, I know what's going wrong here. I need to make sure I'm on. So this boutique body snare, which is quite nice. That's playing around with this stuff is really good. Nothing to go there. Don't think we need to worry about anything else. Maybe tiny bit of delay, but really fast. Yeah, get it to be a comb filter kind of vibe. Now we can open up our thing, select snare, and let us switch off delay, because I like that delay as it is. We're on snare. I think that's good. I'm on chromatic. So I basically made a chromatic snare. If I tweak it, so basically messed up my snare now by hitting the main, generate thing. So I'm going to shoot. Oh, you know what? It's fine. I'm going to fix this. I can fix this with this. So go to delay, turn it on. Oop. Quite like that as a kind of a special effect snare. Very cool. I'm going to save that, I think. Yeah. So I've got one snare now. So we're going to hold the pad, and I'm going to call this one snare 1. Okay, label this one, and I'll just start to now go BR Bruno snare 1. Okay, so that'll do, and it's chromatic, of course, anyway, in Koala. So let's do the normalize, brilliant, and crop it and trim silence. One shot. So I'm playing with my fingers now. You can't see, but you can see. But so I'm going to get a better snare than that for the start off next. So let's go back to our synth, and let's make sure I'm going to pick a kind of a cooler. Well, that's quite good. Oh, I like that as well. I'm going to stick with that. So let's see what we've got going on. Rezo engine. Analog engine was off. I like that. See what we've got. We put a touch of reverb in. Okay, let's do the stereo. That's nice, that is. I think that's quite good. That snare would cut through. God, it's really good. This is a percussion playground, isn't it? We'll cut through anything really. So okay, let's do that. I'm going to hold the pad here and quickly do the business with this. So 1 shot for the kickoff. It's quite loud here, but we'll normalize it anyway because we have control with our volume control and our pitch control here. And if we play chromatically, so tons of control in Koala for this. Let's do the usual thing and we'll crop it, trim the silence. We'll set the color to be this one. And I'll do the same for this. I'll reset the color for this. It just keeps everything organized, doesn't it, for snares and stuff. And we'll just give it a label. So BR snare 2, I think BR snare 2, and we're golden. Done deal. Now let's quickly make ourselves a hi-hat. Sorry, I'm going to do something with this when I've got everything sorted out. Oh, not that, we don't want that. So let's go back to Bruno here, which is ever so good, and open it full screen. Let's choose our hi-hat category, hats. Oh. I'm just looking for the starting point, you know. Lots of cool percussion ideas in here, though. That's cool. That's actually, I don't know if you can hear that. We can soon fix this. Let us see what we can do. Volumize. We can fix this in Koala for definite. So that's a really good, that's actually a really good hi-hat, I think. Yeah, we'll do it with that. Let's fix this now. What's got going on with some drive? Don't want too much of that. Let's do anything with this setting. Let's try master. Yeah, excellent. EQ. Better. Okay, I'm going to go with that for a hi-hat. So let's do this, and I'll go on to edit. Hold the pad, hit this very quick. We don't need to load this as a waste. So again, we'll just quickly do the usual. We shall crop out the stuff at the beginning, trim the silence because there'll be lots of it. There we go. Normalize it. You can then pick a pitch that would be good. And I shall just quickly name it. We'll give it a color because we're in hats now. So we'll do this nice yellow color. And of course, I'm not going to make any more hats. I am going to just quickly lay down a kind of a beat that we can start with. Well, start with, if you know what I mean. Start with it if you were making a track. This is brilliant. You were using Bruno in this. Otherwise, you're having to use lots of Brunos to make your drums, and you're going to be using a lot of CPU. And you don't need to use a lot of CPU. You can just sample it. And this is one of the great things about Bruno. It's a treasure trove of sampling material for you to use. It's just drum kit after drum kit. It's never ending. You can program whatever you like, can't you? So let's name this, of course. What we're doing is just set this to be hat. So label hi hat. Oh no, sorry. I can't BR hi-hat. And it's one. So regardless in the future if I make more. So now I've got, and I've also got this song, I've called it Bruno. So I'm just going to save it. So this next time I open Koala, it'll be open every. And it's a cool thing, right? Just a quick Koala tip. Once you've got all these samples and you've got them in a song, right? You can use them. You can use these samples in any song you like. It doesn't have to be this one. If we open up samples here, you will see we have a thing called songs. And if we open this, these are all the songs that I have in Koala. And most of these are sample packs that I've made or bunches of samples that can be used. Here's our Bruno, right? And there's the synth. And here's our samples. But look, here's the point. If I look at, say, otherworldly synths, these are all synths that I've recorded in the key of C. And they're all of a kind of a effecty, otherworldly vibe. And there's 64 of these. But you can drag any of these. Take this short one. You can drag any of these onto a pad in Koala. And you can use it exactly the same way as if I had a brand new song set up. I could get this Bruno pack and go, right, I want to put this. Well, here's a cool thing. We know that we've got 2, 3, 4 kicks. And then here's the hi-hat. But this snare, which is this snare, I could put this here, right? And it's an exact copy. Let's close this out because you don't need it now. That was just as an example for you to see. Let's go back to our main and see what's occurring. But you can choose samples from anywhere. But you can also export these samples as well in settings. You can export them. And you can export them anywhere you like. And then you can use them in whatever you like. But now we've got this, look, we've got these 2 stairs. we could say, well, we'll look at the tools in this one and we'll go, right, well, what can I do here? Let's see. Well, I can also chop these up. What else can I do? I can stretch this one. I could reverse it. I've reversed the wrong one, so let me choose this one and reverse this one. So you see the powers here, and it doesn't stop here, of course, because you can go in and you can add effects. Right, so we need to do, I am going to wrap this up soon. I'm going to open this up, and I'm now going to go to, because don't forget, this is a pluck synth as well. So let me go to the pluck category here, and these will all be chromatic ones. And we know I showed you how to make chromatics, only a couple. Let me just go back and make sure that I am on Bruno here. So now we've got it's a full synth. You can program it to do whatever you like. This is the analog engine. Right, so I'm going to pick the next one. Okay, so I could sample this, of course, but why just not? I'll just use this as the synth, or maybe let's make some adjustments, so because it's a bit dry. So let's put some reverb on. Let's put a bit of let's do a bit of saturation. And we've got a delay we could put on. Why can't we switch that one on there? Oh, right, okay. Because we're on the FM engine. So this is a bit loud in the mix, so we can... So we've got our kick. I'm going to use this kick. So I've selected it. Okay, I'm going to go to sequence here. I can play it with the keyboard actually, or on here. I'm going to choose this first one, obviously, but I can drag a sequence. I'm going to choose to have this go for, I'll have it go for 2 bars. So we're now using our Koala, our Bruno kick we've programmed. I'm going to set my metronome on, and right, I made a mistake there, so I'm going to bin that. I am going to make sure that I go into my metronome settings here and make sure quantizer's on. It is 1/16. Perfecto. Okay, let's go. I'm going to make sure I'm going to do this again. Okay, super. I'm going to stop recording. I'm going to drag this over. I'm going to go back to my samples and pick and record something like that. So I'll start with my come back around, turn this on. I think I can get that in. So, excellent. Not too bad. Let's go with a hi-hat now. Don't forget we've made all these from Bruno. So any sampling heads out there, Bruno is something cool to get. I was still on record, I think. No, we're not. So there we go. Awesome. Let's copy that over. Let's get to our synth now. So we're on Bruno. I'm going to set this to 4 bars now. In fact, I should have and that's not going to work, is it? So I'm going to let me clear that. Okay, let me copy this over, and I'm just going to have to do it over 2 bars. So doesn't matter, you get the point. Right, so let's start this off again. Okay, done deal. Guys, if you've watched this theatre premiere, thank you very, 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 very much. I think you'll agree Bruno is really, really good for making drum sounds. And if you want to go with pluck synths as well. But we haven't looked at anything from the clap category or the tom category or the effects. Let's look at some effects. We've got Cats in Space. This is really quite cool. I'm going to play around with a few of these sounds for another 5 minutes or so. Not too long. But I think you'll agree that it's all really, really good. Bruno is only $4.99. I think that's a really good price. I think it's a fantastic app for sampling drum parts, especially if you use it in something like Koala, where you've just got the option to resample super fast. And we can use these sounds we've made, and it's quite the sound, isn't it? We can use these in, that's on mine, isn't it? We can use these sounds in anything we like going forward, you know. It's really, really good. Or you can go into Koala's, you know, mixer and add in effects and stuff. You can do whatever you like. Anyway, top job, cool beans. I will see you later. Ta-da. Don't forget to strike the like and subscribe to the channel. this effects category. Let's go wild though.